I challenge you, commit to YouTube for the next 3 months and see how much your channel and earning potential will grow. Most people give up way too soon, but I know that if you stay consistent for the next 90 days, you will start seeing real momentum, more views, and even more income opportunities. I'm going to break down exactly why this challenge works, what to focus on, and how to set yourself up for success over these next 90 days. So if you're serious about finally growing on YouTube, this is your sign, and the next 90 days are for you. So let's dive in. So even though you clicked this video and I'm hoping you already know why YouTube is amazing, I always get asked this very popular question, and that is why YouTube over all the other social platforms. And the first thing I want to say is that I have been in business since 2007. I have built multiple businesses over those years. I have grown multiple followings from scratch on different platforms. And more recently, just a couple years ago, with this business, I wasn't sure which platform to go all in on. So I used a tracking tool to track all of my efforts across different social media platforms, from Instagram to TikTok to blogging and Pinterest to, you guessed it, YouTube. And within that 6-month period, I had a solid strategy for every single platform. I posted consistently. I posted content native to the platform, not a bunch of repurposing BS, okay? And YouTube won by a landslide. Not only did it get over 1,000 more email leads than all the other platforms that I was testing, but it also brought in the most sales, and it also has the most income potential, meaning the most income streams that you can make off of it. The amount of growth that I saw on YouTube was insane compared to these other platforms. In fact, we did blogging and Pinterest for over 6 months, consistently posting to Pinterest 6 to 9 times every single day, one new blog post every single week. And the best month we ever had, we got 100 email leads, which might sound great, but keep listening. And over that 6-month period, and actually still to this day, we have only made one sale from blogging and Pinterest. One. And we put thousands of dollars into hiring the best experts, taking the best courses. I hired someone to run all of this. And not to mention, the first platform I ever grew on was blogging and Pinterest. I grew an email list of over 50,000 people. I grew an education business for photographers to over $2 million per year. And I grew that following with blogging and Pinterest. So not only do I know what I'm doing, not only do I have the money and time and resources to put into that, and it still did not produce. At the same time, we did Instagram. We were doing 1 reel per day and multiple stories per day, and my following barely budged. Now, we did make more sales than blogging and Pinterest, not that many more, but the most important thing here is that I just don't see Instagram as being good for follower growth. Now, this is just my opinion. Obviously, some people might disagree with me. I will say, though, that it made a lot more sales than the other platforms, not YouTube, but the other platforms. Now on TikTok, I saw the exact opposite. We were growing really fast, getting a lot of followers, but no sales. And then lastly, with YouTube, we brought in well over 1,500 new email leads and dozens and dozens and dozens of sales. In fact, I was able to hit $10,000 in sales per month just from my very small YouTube channel when I first got started. And right now, today, my YouTube channel is growing by about 7,000 to 10,000 new subscribers per month. And I'm bringing in 2,000 to 4,000 plus new email subscribers every single month. And in January, we hit over $50,000 in revenue. And in February, we did over $40,000 in revenue. And this is just from YouTube. I really hope that you are convinced you're going to follow this challenge. I'm going to share with you all of my best tips and strategies and hacks so that you can grow your own YouTube channel, because I am telling you, it is not only transformative for your business, your sales, but also your lifestyle, because I have never had a more stress-free business, more free time on my hands, and a better work-life balance than I have now, with my business focused solely on growing on YouTube, moving people to my email list, and then selling my digital products passively through automated email marketing. Okay, so hopefully you're sold on YouTube, but why should you commit to this challenge for the next 90 days? Well, I will tell you this, not only with YouTube, but with any social media platform, it's gonna take time. There is no such thing as an overnight success. In fact, I've maybe seen it 3 or so times. And of those people where the first video they posted took off, I later found out that they have experience with YouTube. They have other channels, or they've had other channels in the past. Now, at the same time, YouTube does not need to take as long as all these people out there are saying. They're like,
it took me 6 years. It took me 8 years. It took me 10 years.
Like, it does not need to take that long. In fact, you should be able to gain really, really good momentum in just 2 to 6 months if you have the right strategy in place. In fact, I have a few students right now, one of which she's only on video 6. And of those videos, 2 of them have had over 500 views. One had 600 and one is now up to 1,400 or more views and counting. And these are her first videos. And I know to some of you that are on Instagram or TikTok, you might be like,
that doesn't sound like a lot of views.
Those are great views for YouTube. The thing is that a view on a long form YouTube video is way different and way more significant and meaningful than a view on a short form video. I like to think about it this way. About 5,000 views on a long form video is about the same as 100,000 or more views on a short form video, because people are more committed to watching long form videos. They're watching a lot more content. They're getting to know you more, and they are way more likely to take action and click on your call to action, which will result in, growing your email list and growing your sales. Versus short-term content, I just am not seeing the same engagement. People are just scrolling by, maybe a like, maybe a comment, but not as much action. You're not able to grow your know, like, and trust factor as much as you are with long form YouTube content. And this is probably a good time to bring this up. This YouTube challenge is for you to post long form videos on YouTube. We're talking the OG horizontal, the video you're watching right now. Okay, so not YouTube shorts, not TikToks, not Reels, no short form content. We're talking a 90-day challenge for long form YouTube content. Okay, now that you know why YouTube and what we're doing with this challenge and that I want you to be posting long form videos, let's talk about the actual challenge itself. I want to challenge you to post at least one long form video to your channel every single week for 90 days. And if you don't have a channel, then part of that challenge is getting your channel set up. Okay. It shouldn't take you more than an hour. You just set up a free channel, slap up a banner, put an about, don't think too much about it. Hardly anyone's going to see your banner or about. Most people are watching YouTube on their TV these days. The amount of times I actually go to someone's YouTube profile is very, very, very slim. Okay. We are mostly being fed content to our feed and on the YouTube homepage. And this is how we discover content. It's extremely rare that we're actually going to someone's channel. But regardless, set up your channel, put the banner, put the about, and start posting one long form video every single week for 90 days. Okay, so in order for you to post a long form YouTube video every single week for 90 days, you are going to need a niche for your channel. You are going to need to script these YouTube videos. You are going to need to film/record these YouTube videos, and then edit these YouTube videos, and then publish these YouTube videos. So I want to share with you what I think is the best strategy for getting this done in as little time as possible, and how much effort I think you should be putting into this in the beginning. I'm going to share with you if I went back and started my channel from zero, which by the way was not that long ago. So I am very fresh to what I would do again and what is working right now. Keep in mind, I went from 10,000 to over 50,000 subscribers in the last year. And at the time I'm recording this, I'm over 63,000 subscribers. So I definitely know what I'm talking about in terms of what is working today. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need for your channel is a niche. This is simply a topic that you are going to post within, talk within. This usually falls in one of 3 categories: health, wealth, or relationships. Now, my channel falls under the category of wealth because it's make money online. It's digital products. It's growing on YouTube, right? Maybe you are going to fall under the category of health. Maybe you are helping women overcome PCOS. Maybe you are helping men with mental health. Maybe you are helping people to help their dogs live longer. Okay, I don't know. Health, wealth, relationships. Maybe you are helping people have a tighter knit marriage, communicate better with your children, whatever it is. Those are all great niches and categories. And typically every single niche will fall under either health, wealth, or relationships. Now, where I see people go wrong is they either go way too niche. They'll be like,
I do knitting for grandmas age 55 who live in Ontario and have blonde hair.
I'm like, okay, that is way too niche for YouTube. You want to really really stick to more of a category. And I actually recommend don't think about your ideal clients at this time at all. I recommend just post content for your category/niche and let your ideal clients reveal themselves, because once you get enough data on YouTube, YouTube will actually tell you who your audience is. It will be like,
your audience is more male or female or this age or that age or whatever.
And I just really find that to be the best way to do that. Now, if you're really struggling to come up with your niche, I would recommend using ChatGPT. You can literally ask ChatGPT, hey, what should my niche be? And ChatGPT will ask you back questions, and it will help you workshop back and forth to find your YouTube niche. Okay, so once you have your YouTube niche, you're gonna need to come up with some titles/topics for your YouTube videos. Now, I have a very in-depth click-by-click training on exactly how to do all of this research to find your top competitors, to find outlier videos to model, which are videos that have done really, really well on your competitors' channels. I teach all of this in my membership Freedom Creator Club. It's just $59 a month. It is going to teach you everything that has helped me grow my channel click by click. You can check that out at freedomcreator.co/club. But for those of you that are not ready for the membership for whatever reason, I just want to give you a quick overview. What you want to do to come up with titles for your videos is you want to do research. You want to make a list of 10 to 20 different competitors. Then you want to write down what are their top videos in the last year. And by top videos, I mean like what were their highest viewed videos in the last year? Not 2 years, not 3 years, not 5 years. In the last year, okay? Because YouTube changes over time, so you need to be modeling things that are recent. Then what you wanna do is look at those titles, and then you wanna study why those videos did well. You wanna look at the title, the thumbnail, their pacing in the video, what they delivered in their video, how long the video was, and you want to model those videos. Now, you don't want to copy, okay? So you wanna change the title slightly, the thumbnail slightly, and then of course you want 100% authenticity in the actual video that you are recording. But this is a extremely condensed down version of how to find good titles and how to make good videos on YouTube. Okay, once you have your title topic, you're gonna wanna script your video. Now, you can script your video word for word, and you can memorize one line at a time and recite it back. That's how I film all of my intros for my videos. And you can do that for the whole video. Someone like Marquez Brownlee, that's exactly how he records his videos. He's a huge YouTuber. If you don't know him, go Google him. Or you can simply bullet point your videos. Either way, I have a totally free YouTube script template. It is my YouTube script template that I use to script my videos, and not only script the videos, but have the title, the description, the keywords, like everything all in one place. If you want that completely for free, go snag it now. There's a link to get it for free in the description below this video. Okay, then you want to record the video. You can use whatever you have. You can use a cell phone, you can use a camera, you can use whatever you have, right? Then once you've recorded it, it comes to editing. Okay, and this is where a lot of my students find this to be really confusing, really time consuming, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so I would say if you have the money, hire an editor, okay? If you don't have the money, then I would highly recommend you use a tool called Descript. Now, I'm not affiliated with them. This video is not sponsored by them. Here is why I think you should use that. And this is for if you have no editing experience, okay? If you have editing experience, you're excited to edit, go do that. That's great. This is for the 99% of people that don't know how to edit and maybe don't want to edit. Descript will actually take your video, it will transcribe your video, and then you can go through the actual written transcript and you can tweak words and you can delete words, and it will automatically edit your video to reflect the edits that you have made in the transcript. It is amazing. It is such a time saver. Now, if you're really into editing, you can try something like CapCut or DaVinci Resolve. There are loads and loads and loads of free editing videos all over YouTube, so you can go and check those out. But if you're new and you want to stick to one video per week and you have a full-time job, you have a lot of other commitments, I would really recommend keeping your editing to a minimum, okay? Keep your editing to a minimum, because in the beginning, it's more about the momentum and the posting and getting used to filming and scripting and all those things, and I just don't want the editing to hold you back. Okay, once you've edited the video, it is time to publish. You can go ahead and publish it, or you can schedule it to post. This is usually where people ask me, well, what's the best day and time to post? And honestly, the best day and time to post is just think about who maybe would be your ideal customer and think, well, when would they be online? So if you're in the United States, you don't want to post at like 3 a.m. Mountain Time. Like that wouldn't make any sense, right? Like post when people are online, okay? So post in the morning. For me personally, I post at 8 a.m. Mountain Time on Mondays and Thursdays. And you're not going to have this data yet. But for me, once I grew my channel, I was able to see the data in YouTube Studio showing me that most of my viewers were on Mondays and Thursdays. So that's why I chose those days. But you're not going to have that data in the beginning. I didn't either. So you're gonna need to just pick a day and pick a time. Okay, so now that you know what this challenge is about, why you should care about it, why you should care about growing on YouTube, and exactly how to do it, it is time to get started. So what I want you to do is comment the words "I'm in the comments below if you are committed to this 90-day YouTube challenge. Again, I want you to commit for the next 90 days to post one video every single week. I can guarantee you that you will learn a lot over these 90 days. You will begin to grow your channel and you will be very, very proud and thankful to yourself for doing so. Listen, you can do this. Anyone can grow on YouTube. It doesn't matter if you start with your cell phone, you stumble over your words, whatever it is. Trust me, my first videos absolutely sucked. And when I was making them, I knew that they sucked, but I knew that if I kept going and I kept getting a little bit better with every single video, that I would eventually get to a place where my videos were good. And that's exactly what I want you to do for this challenge is try not to procrastinate, try not to overwhelm yourself with fancy editing or getting things perfect. Don't try to be like the top YouTubers are now because they didn't start there either. What I want you to do is start simple, start quick, and start focused. Post a video every week and just focus on getting a little bit better with each video each week.
So if you were like, dang, I could have made that video better.
That's okay. Post it and move on. Make the next video better, right? Okay, you can do this. Comment below, I'm in. Let me know a little bit about the channel that you want to start, or if you've already started a channel. Just be sure not to put any links in the comments because YouTube will remove those comments. So go ahead, comment I'm in and what type of channel you want to create, and I will review and reply to the comments below. Now that you're committed to YouTube for the next 90 days, you might be wondering what are some of the biggest YouTube mistakes that you need to avoid. But how do you do that? Well, it all starts with watching this video next here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be way more powerful. See you in the next video.